Thank you for joining me on Eleanor Alive.
Thank you for having me, Ellie.
Okay, so how is everything going in New York? Is it getting a little bit more back to normal?
It is, we're getting there. You're starting to see people out in the streets, and there's a little bit of a European cafe vibe happening on the sidewalks. And it's so nice to just see a little more life around town.
Well, I've been thinking about you back here in Texas while you've been up there in New York. So we have a couple of weeks left of your exhibition. I wanted to talk to you about how you have adapted with your art advisory during the quarantine. And I wanted to talk about the different artists that are featured in your exhibit right now, and just invite other people to come and check it out and support these artists and the other nonprofit organizations that you are donating a certain amount of the proceeds to. So can you tell me and everybody who's watching a little bit about why you did the quarantine exhibition and what it is?
I had just started doing my art advisory full-time November of 2019, and I was slated to do a pop-up exhibition here in Chelsea May 7th during Freeze, New York, which is a wonderful art fair that comes every year. So once coronavirus started to hit, it became clear that couldn't happen, and the art world really started to push to go digital so that their regular programming could be kept. And I figured I might as well do the same. So I had the idea to get a group of diverse global artists together, and just to highlight how, despite the rough times we were experiencing, they maintained their inspiration and continued their practice and making incredible things. The week before we were set to open, George Floyd was murdered, and the protests began, and the conversation in the world just changed. Starting a quarantine exhibition that was meant to be light and sort of a positive thing felt wrong. We postponed 2 weeks to use my platform, my Instagram, as a way to highlight different foundations that supported the Black Lives Matter movement, and just to take a step back and learn and educate myself and my viewers. And then I got together with all the artists via email and on Skype, and we all agreed collectively that we then wanted to donate 10% of proceeds to the NAACP, 10% to New York Cares.
And some of the artists in the exhibition are even donating a higher percentage than that, right?
Yes, so we have Robert Alvarez, who's a San Antonio, now Austinite painter that is donating 100% of proceeds from his beautiful piece. So look out for his work. And Tala Whirl also wanted proceeds from hers to go towards charity. Her work has already sold, but keep an eye out for some of the others on there. I know Ari Dan, a collaborative duo that made these incredible twin geometric canvases, will be picking other charities to donate proceeds independently too. So yeah, the show has really evolved into a community group effort as a way to connect through quarantine and connect with the greater cause of Black Lives Matter. And I couldn't be more happy with how it all kind of evolved and turned out.
Well, I've been inspired watching it from afar, and just so proud of the way that you have resiliently rebounded. I know that everybody's been so affected by this pandemic around the world, and I love how you have used creativity as a form of connection for people all over the world through your exhibition, through Alanna Miller Art Advisory. And I wanted to invite everybody to go to your website, elannamiller.com, which I will link to and all the things, to check out the exhibition. And it's a really, really neat way that it's been set up, because you feel like you're walking through an art gallery just digitally. We have a couple of weeks left of your exhibition. Can you tell everybody the date that it is running through, and sort of how to get connected with you?
Yes, so the exhibition will be on my website, elannamiller.com, until July 17th. And I've also been highlighting pieces one by one on my Instagram, @AlannaMiller_Art Advisory. So, go explore the website, explore the Instagram, learn about the artists, and visit their artist page, where you can see videos and photos and biographies. It's really interactive. I hope you will enjoy it. And you can always get in touch individually if you have more questions. I'm happy to answer any questions anyone might have.
Thank you. I will send everybody to everything via my Instagram as well. But thank you so much, Alanna, for chatting with me. This has been such a fun experiment. My first Instagram Live.
I know, I'm so honored. Thank you for having me, Ellie.
Bye.